Good morning and welcome to another jollof part of ObiDatti update on ObiDatti Family TV. Now here we they give you updates when you concern Peter Obi, how they go and how they come. All the gist now here we they give you. And as usual, I'm not there alone. My name is Jamie the Joy, and with me is Ibe Shooks.
Good morning, Joy, again. I mean, this is our third time on three different shows. Of course, it will be Datti updates and about to look at P2B's recent events and activities, and as it concerns the forthcoming elections. Yeah.
And today we're not there alone. We get somebody all the way from Katsina where they join us. His name is Imam Malik, a proud supporter of Peter Obi. He say Peter Obi now he stand for. Aside Peter Obi, he not stand for anybody. But before we go over to Malik, before we talk to Malik, just yesterday the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, that's Peter Obi, our principal, the one and only man for this 2023 election. He did Inewi yesterday. Come visit Inewi yesterday. Not be small thing, no. The crowd not be small. You see him, ba?
Yeah, I saw the pictures and videos from that event at Inewi where he went to meet traders. I think P2B is trying to identify with traders, all across the country, because he's a very seasoned businessman. So it's more like going to traders to encourage them and of course tell him about his intentions for them when he becomes the president, which I think is a very wonderful idea. So him being at Inewi yesterday was very, very, I'll call it a very calculated move, and of course very necessary. These traders, I don't think there has been any presidential candidates in the previous election that have found time to go to these traders and talk to them right at their den, if you call it that way. So,
and another striking thing yesterday, the thing shocked me. We say, the Igbo people, they play with their business
at all.
At all. But it shocked me yesterday. You see the crowd, all of them leave their shop, and it was Tuesday, not even weekend. And even a weekend, Saturday, Sunday now, for saying a weekend. Tuesday go, even man they play with the business. I know they play with waiting they put food for a table. But so all of a sudden, all of them close their shop down. You need to see the crowd. It was something else. And the same yesterday, we see Peter Obi. That same yesterday, the man indeed and the man gets strength. Stand for this election because that same yesterday, the same Peter Obi when he did Inewi yesterday, we come Inewi yesterday. That same yesterday, he did Enugu.
Sure. I mean, that shows you the tenacity of this man. He's prepared physically, mentally, everything that it takes for someone to be a leader, especially for a country like Nigeria that demands a lot. We don't need someone that is fragile, someone that will be taking medical trips, someone that can't stand, someone that will be supporting from the back for him to stand, someone that wants to grab the mic and his hand is shaking. We need someone that is fit, to take up activities and attend to needs of Nigeria. And of course, P2B is demonstrating that. You can't just love this man. Everywhere he is, there's a massive turnout. I mean, look at the pictures you're watching now. You're seeing crowd. This is called mammoth crowd.
Mammoth crowd, organic crowd. They not pay this one. This set of crowd, they not pay them more.
At all.
They not rent them. These are people they willingly they leave their shop, their business, their offices, constant for Peter Obi, can't support Peter Obi. But before then another thing, there is this rumor. Get this rumor where they say the Southeast supporters. Southwest supporters.
Yeah.
They don't leave Peter Obi.
Yeah, that they collapsed their structure. The Labour Party in that region collapsed their structure for APC. But there's a press release now making rounds, defaulting that rumor. Of course, that is a very, very, very miscalculation. I think the opposition was trying to use that to distract some people. But of course, the Labour Party campaign is so formidable now that I don't think there's any form of distraction or any form of news that you put out there that will get people to believe you, because these opposition don't understand that people are tired of this country.
At all.
So anything you do, even if you come out tomorrow and say that P2B slept with your daughter or P2B murdered, we don't care.
We don't care.
It's not going to fly.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean this man.
It not shake anybody. Like we don't made up our mind say Peter Obi, and if not be Peter Obi, we know they go anywhere. Nobody they move. You understand? We don't see the administration of the country say see the way this thing be, see the way it be. For years now, don't they be like this? They come.
Yeah. So that's the press release right there on the screen.
Yeah.
For that a claim by the so-called miscreants, but I would like to call him that way, claiming that Labour Party in the Southwest has collapsed into APC. Collapsed into what?
Just imagine. Just imagine. But then again, we saw another wonderful celebrity, the person of Shas Okoje. He came out and he declared his support fully for Peter Obi. He said that Peter Obi is the only man credible for this 2023 election. He said not be Peter Obi, nobody again, now only Peter Obi they see.
And not just him, a lot of other celebrities, and most of them from different regions, from Yoruba, from the north. Peter, like we said in the morning, Peter Obi had a meeting some time ago with Nollywood actors, and you have a very a legendary actress like Kate Henshaw come out publicly to state her ground, to mark her foot on the ground and with her support for Peter Obi. And that gets to show you that the reasonable ones, the elites, irrespective of their tribe, has come to accept that this country needs change.
Exactly.
And that the only person competent, credible, is Peter Obi. So he's enjoying massive. Even Mr. Macron, whom has been trolled a lot on Twitter and has been threatened, his life has been threatened. He even recently tweeted about his family being threatened just because he's a vocal, supporter of Peter Obi. He doesn't hide it, of course, the Labour Party. So, and this guy is from the West. Do you understand? So, but these are people. But Mr. Macron was a victim of this administration.
Exactly.
During the NSAID, he was beaten, he was bastardized by the police and all that. So, and he's out to effect change. And you can't help it. People want a better Nigeria. Exactly.
But for now, we will go on a very short break. Very short break. Like we told now before, but the beginning of the program, say we get obedient supporter, one strong obedient supporter all the way from Katsina. He will join us live through Zoom. We will go on a very short break. Then when we come back, we will communicate with Imma Malik.
Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, can you get a vote? Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, can you get a vote? Labour Party, Labour Party, never say, Mama Papa na want Labour Party, Mama Papa na want, never say, Mama Papa na want Labour Party. Mama Papa na want Labour Party.
Mr. Peter Obi's administration built from scratch Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University Teaching Hospital with 25 building structures. His government funded transformation of massive infrastructural development, accreditation of 12 health institutions and 2 hospitals, and also built 10 maternal and childcare centers across the state. He is the first governor to purchase medical equipment worth over 135 million naira and 50 ambulances for the health sector in Anambra State, which remain functional till today. He built and equipped Dr. Jonwilo Heart Center in St. Joseph Hospital, Adazinnuku, where heart operations are performed. Anambra State is the first state in Nigeria to distribute more than 30,000 computers to secondary schools. Mr. Peter Obi distributed about 700 buses to secondary schools in Anambra State and built 200 primary school blocks. He donated the sum of 300 million naira to Anglican churches and 440 million naira to Roman Catholic churches to rehabilitate their missionary schools. During his tenure, he gave 1 million naira each to more than 160 first-class graduates. To promote the reading culture in the state, he went ahead to build a well-equipped library known as Prof. Kennedy Dike Library, Oka. He also rehabilitated the divisional library in Onitsha and gave 500,000 naira to each secondary school in the state to provide library materials. This boosted the student performance from the 26th position in Nigeria to the 1st position. The security improvement was exceptional as he provided security vehicles to 177 communities in the state. He cleared pension and gratuity owed since 1990 to the tune of about 37 billion naira and also paid monthly stipends to the elderly in the state. Mr. Peter Obi built the first secretariat complex in Anambra State to house the various Anambra State government ministries that were scattered all over the state. His good governance attracted the second largest brewery in the world, known as Sab Miller, to build their first greenfield facility in the state. He He was recognized by the Millennium Development Goals (MDG) as the best governor in the implementation of their programs in Nigeria. Peter Obi constructed 2 bridges across the popular Agulu Lake in Anyocha local government area of Anambra State at the cost of 2 billion naira. He funded Agulu Lake Hotel Project, Golden Tulip, and reconstruction of Upper Iweka bridges at the axis of Enugu-Onitsha Expressway with 6 lanes. Peter Obi constructed 800 km of road network between rural and urban areas. Some of the roads include Ibariam Internal Road, Ekulobia Ezinifite Road, Niger Drive Onitsha, Ifite Dunu Road, construction of Zik Avenue and Mpo Flyover, 30 verifiable bridges, Ezu Ebenebe Bridge, Oka North, Isu Anyocha Bridge, Opaka River Bridge, pedestrian bridge at permanent site Unizik Junction, Oka. He created industrial parks as catalysts for industrialization. He constructed and commissioned the Governor's Lodge at Annex Onitsha, FMR Customary Court of Appeal Complex, High Court buildings at Nnewi and Ogidi, Judges' Quarters at Onitsha. His visionary leadership brought unprecedented transformation to the local government in Anambra State. He made provision for 1.2 billion naira credit facilities to farmers in the state and cleared a 20 million naira debt owed banks as a result of the 2012 flood devastation. Peter Obi's administration purchased 90 buses and taxis for Anis Mass Transit Company. He adopted the best practice in waste disposal and provided over 300 million naira worth of waste evacuation trucks. The Debt Management Office rated Anambra as the least indebted state in Nigeria. Mr. Peter Obi handed 75 billion naira to his successor, Mr. Willie Obiano. The credibility and reputation of Peter Obi as a competent visionary leader in public service governance and management of state resources remains undisputable.
Welcome back to the show, ObiDatti Update on ObiDatti Family TV. You know, say I'm not there alone. My name is Joy Jamie Day. I also there here with eBay.
Chucks, yep, and it's still updates. And of course, we've looked at some of the activities, recent activities of Mr. Peter Obi, him being at the Nnewi market, the auto market, the Nnewi. And of course, he has been in other several markets. He's been to Oshodi, he's been to Alaba when he went for the Lagos rally and all that. So I will tell you how good it is that he's identifying with traders as a businessman that he is.
Yeah. But before we go on the break, we tell us say we get guests where they come join us all the way from Katsina. A very proud supporter like that. In decide to say na Peter Obi, if not be Peter Obi, nobody. And the guest name is no other person but Imam Malik. Imam Malik, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. And my name is Imam Malik, a bona fide obedient, not just from Katsina, but from the entire north, because we traveled from local government to local government, now to state, just to campaign for Peter Obi and to make sure that we own the victory in the coming election that's in the next 10 days to come by the God of it. Thank you.
Okay, that's a very nice one, Imam. Well, quickly, I want to ask you, I understand that you're a very proud supporter of Peter Obi, you're a die-hard fan of Peter Obi, but I want to ask you, why do you think, to an extent, why do you think that Peter Obi is the only credible man, credible candidate that is going to sit on the presidential seat come 2023 election?
I don't think the question should be why do I think. The question should be, if not Peter Obi, who? Please, let's look at the candidate we're having from other parties. If not Obi, who am I to support? The old man, or like my grandfather that was there before my mother got married, or the second person that was saying he will sell all the higher institutions and other government property, or the person who told me that he's going to move us from consumption to production. Just look at the C2P. From the manifestos, or let me say what I listen, or from what I see, I'm a northerner. I was born and brought up in the north, and for the past 47 years, the north have been ruling Nigeria. And where are we today? If I said I will vote for or I'll campaign for my brother in the north, look at, let me even use I will not even use insecurity for now. But let me take the educational sector in the North, how they kill education, how they divide us just for them to rule. Is that what I want? Can I answer this question? If I cannot ask my parent, or if I cannot ask, yes, my parent a question, why do they allow Nigeria to be what it is today? My own son will one day ask me such a question. What do you expect me to tell him?
Exactly.
Asking me, why am I supporting P2B? Every day we were being killed. Our ladies were being raped. The North have been ruling. And this thing is still happening only in the northern part of Nigeria. High rate of poverty, insecurity, raping our younger girls, to the extent that today they are raping our boys. And you're asking me, why am I supporting P2B? At times, if people ask me such question, I laugh. But this time around, it pains me for someone like you to even ask me, have you ever been to North? Come to North and see for yourself. Katsina have 2 presidents, but where are we today? 1 speaker, 1 vice president, all from Katsina. Where is Katsina today? Insecurity in Katsina South. 11 local government were under banditry as I'm talking to you, even my own local government. I can't travel from local government to local government once it's 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. But if I come to East, I travel even at night. Even with the current insecurity, the East is still better than the North. And my people are the one ruling. So why not P2B? Why not P2B? If not him, who? I keep asking Nigerians, if not P2B, who? Konkoso, that packs Kano money and send his children or his Konkosia people to India, to Jordan, to study and come back to impact nothing in Kano State. Although Atiku that was a vice president for 8 years and did nothing to Adamawa than building a private university where the children of the masses cannot attend. So, if not P2B, who? I keep asking people this question. Someone who promised me better life. Someone who said, if he didn't give me that better life, we should protest to bring him down. Someone who come to the North and talk about insecurity. He's the only person, the only candidate that come to North and talk about insecurity, talk about education. Atiku has never said anything about the insecurity. Tinubu was in my state last 2 weeks. Was it last week? Sorry. He gave them 600 million, but he never said anything about the insecurity. He never even looked at the situation. What they not even want. Like he just look. He just thinks that my people are only after the money. It's an insult for us to collect that money from him. For those that collected the money, it's an insult. He buy their votes, and at the end of the day, if they mistakenly voted for him, I don't know. So please, let's go to the next question. I don't want to be talking about this.
Okay, a very quick one, Mr. Imam. You've said a lot and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for these wonderful words. But I want to ask you, I want to get your own opinion. The election is fast approaching, and in less than 10 days, this country will be going into a general election. Not just an election, but this is the kind of election that will determine the fate and the future of the country. I want to ask you, what is your faith concerning the election? What do you think will happen after Peter Obi becomes the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
What I think will happen if Peter Obi becomes the president of the Federal Republic, everybody will rejoice. Even those supporting PDP, APC, NNPP are not supporting them because of anything. It's because of the money. Someone tweeted the other day, I came across the tweet, he said, if Peter Obi win, what in the invest and pass BC, Atiku, Tinubu, Concord. So all their children will follow us in joy. So now waiting the verse and pass. You get? So everybody will rejoice. Even them, even Tinubu, if you ask him to tell you the truth, apart from wanting to add a former president to his CV and Atiku also, they will be happy. Everybody will be happy. That is when we will see that Nigeria will dream of. Where those people, our people in diaspora, will start coming back home, will start rushing back home, and development, investment, we told, we were given stories. We know how it's not them running, no, it's us living our own fatherland. The only place we call home, we no longer call it home again. We see some people even call it a zoo. Just imagine. Let me tell you something. Do you know that it is only when this obedient movement that just start from home here and diaspora start singing the national anthem with pride?
Yeah.
When last do you see that? It is only when P2B is on ground that you see Nigerians singing the national anthem with pride. This symbolizes something. I say this, and I will continue telling people. Obi symbolizes unity. It's a symbol of unity. Obi is a symbol of peace. I think there should be a statue of P2B in every state today in Nigeria. Everybody will rejoice if P2B win election. There will be better Nigeria. There will be hope. Because already Obi has given us hope. So when he wins, the hope will be there. People from out there will now come back. That's just it. From the day they say Obi win election, from that 27th, I bet you Nigeria will be full. Airport, everywhere will be full because people will be coming back home. That is one thing I know.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Ima. You've said a lot. Thank you. But before I let you go, my colleague, I have a question for you.
Mr. Malik, thank you so much. I'm actually sitting here being inspired by what you are saying. I like the way you asked the question, if not Peter Obi, who else? If not Peter Obi, who else? And you give your reason why you are supporting Peter Obi and the hope that he brings to every Nigerian. I want to ask you, are a northerner and you are supporting the Obi movement. What message do you have for the youths who seem not to, yet join the good wagon? Probably they're still standing on the line of tribal.
Please, can you come with the question again?
What is your message to this set of young people? What do you have to tell them, especially about the fate of Nigeria and the need to get it right this time around?
Okay. My message to the youth is, there is, I used to say before I campaign to people, I will first learn their language. Speak the language very well, so that the message will get to them, will penetrate their veins and blood. If I talk to the youths, I would like to start, I would like to use a word like this. Remember, Buhari, at the age of 25, Buhari was a governor. Buhari was a minister before 30. Gawan became a president before 30. Babangida was a president at 34. But today, a Nigerian youth at the age of 30, you contest for if you contest for councillor, they say you are not good to go. Why won't we ask ourselves this question? Those people that fought for Nigeria, and Nigeria gained independence in the 60s, how old are they? Are they in their 70s, 80s, or they are in their 30s, 20, 30 to 35? None of them, I think, is up to 45. So it's high time for we to come together. Keep religion aside, because Nigeria is not owned by Muslims, Christians, or pagans. We don't even talk of pagans today in Nigeria, because I don't think we have. Nigeria is not owned by the Hausas, the Igbos, the Yorubas, or the Orobos. Nigeria is owned by the youths, which we have 75% of Nigerian population today are the youth below the age of 40 and 35, 18 to 45. So if we allow these people to continue ruling us, I don't know where they are taking us to. But I believe by we having a competent person, we are not saying Peter Obi is 100%. No, nobody is saying that. But we know among all those contesting today, he's the only credible candidate. Then why won't we go for him? Why won't we build a better nation? I used to ask myself this question: why won't I be part of that movement that one day I will be remembered, even if my name is not being written in the book? But maybe my neighbor will know that yes, I fought for something, and he will one day tell his son that, oh, this your neighbor, this our neighbor has fought for something great in Nigeria. At least I will be happy. If my children will hear that, they will be like proud of me a bit. Not for my children to learn that, oh, I'm part of those that join hand in destroying the country. So it's high time for all Nigerians to come together. Keep the religion difference, keep whatever difference you have, and start thinking straight, not using armpit to think. Build a better nation. I repeat this, even if your name is not written in the history book, your neighbor that saw you fighting for something great will remember one day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Imam Malik. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on our show today. And thank you for the wonderful speech you gave. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Thank you guys for joining us. God bless you. And we all heard what Mr. Malik said all the way from Katsina. We heard what he said. Thank you so much. Thank you for staying with us. But we're going to go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up.
Thank you.
Hello, this is my message to the Nigerian youths. I am glad that we have this great opportunity to discuss about the future of this country, Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to all of us, but to the youths most especially. I am super proud of what the youths have done, the realization that indeed the power lies with the youth. Indeed, successive governments and leadership have failed the youth. They've dismissed their capacity, the creativity, innovation. And this is why we are we were. I am here to speak to you that not only am I proud of you, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, is super proud of you. We're proud of the movement you're leading and all the sacrifices being made for a better Nigeria. I can tell you, Peter Obi means well for Nigerian youths. He will run a youth-inclusive government and purposeful leadership that will usher in a new dawn for generations to come. Job issues, unemployment, and indeed all the other hazards that we face as a younger generation, I believe will be a thing of the past, at least reduced significantly. I'm here to remind you that we are the last lap of this race.
All right, welcome back. This is still ObiDatti Family TV, and of course, the show is still ObiDatti Updates. And we just finished the conversation with Mr. Malik. Very engaging young man, very enlightening,
Exactly.
very as in grounded with politics and what Nigeria should be.
Exactly.
And it was just a pleasure listening to him. And you can feel he was speaking from the depths of his heart, like telling you about the reason why everybody should see this as an Operation Rescue Nigeria.
Everybody should vote Peter Obi.
Yeah.
Not say because I'm from the west or from the east, north, south. No.
Yeah.
He said a lot. He said that Peter Obi. He said, "Why won't I vote Peter Obi?" He said, compared to the other candidates, opponents, the other candidate coming from the other party. I'm talking about the APC candidate and the PDP candidate. He said, why would I vote Peter Obi? He said, because he's the only person that is credible.
Sure. And he made some very good examples of the former leaders we had in this country and how good they are. And you see these people still detecting who pays the piper in this country. And if you want to run for anything political now, you're 30 or 34, it looks like you're not qualified.
Yes.
While these people that actually fought for the independence of this country were within that age bracket, why they did that. And now you have people that should be retiring, people that should be on their rest bed, wanting to come and be
knowing full well that you cannot, you don't have the capacity to take charge.
Yes, you don't have the health, you don't have the competence
at all.
You are out of touch with technology and everything. I'm sure some of these candidates might not really be able to use a smartphone properly.
Exactly.
You know, and the world is improving, developing very fast. We're moving toward digital age and all that, and we need leaders that are intelligent, smart, enlightened, to come and take this country. I think one of the reasons why we've been where we are so far is because of the people who've handed this country over to. Leaders that are not enlightened, if you ask me. Like, I think it's time for someone different, someone that understands the trajectory of the world going forward to come.
Exactly.
So I think it's been right, Joy. Of course, it was an honor. I don't know, I can't just get over the impact that Malik made on the show. And of course, everybody watching, I'm sure you listen to him. The need for all of us, the North, the South, the East, to come together and rescue Nigeria.
Exactly. And we all know, like we keep saying, that the election is fast approaching, and in less than 10 days, this country will be going into a general election. Please do not stay back. And for those of us still thinking of what to do and how to use our PVC, vote Labour Party. Vote wisely. Vote Labour Party. Well, on this ground, we're going to say goodbye now. But before we go, I want to say a very big thank you for those of you that you guys were with us from the beginning of this program and to the end. Thank you so much for staying with us. From Shooks and I will call it a day.